Good morning, YouTube. Over on my main channel, that He Is Coming game is getting a ton of views, which works out pretty well because I'm really liking playing that one. It would be like if Luck Be a Landlord got a ton of views over here, except I don't think that game is gonna get a ton. I have been playing entirely too much Luck Be a Landlord. It's not even that much, it just ends up being, I mean, it's a little bit. It's like 6 or 7 hours. How do I see how much I've played? I've played 13 hours of He Is Coming. Luck Be a Landlord. Under 8 hours. 6.1 hours. That's not that many hours, really. I mean, it kind of is, but it also isn't. Backpack Battles. I have like almost 1,000. 857. Too many hours in this game. Alright, what are we doing today? Backpack Battles. Last episode came out. 2 comments. Community. Ooh. Oaken Tower comments. I think I like comments from this commenter because they're well thought out and I like to argue and disagree a little bit. Or I don't know. I don't always agree, but I think they have more knowledge about the game and they say interesting things. That's my initial impression, but I'm not completely sure about that. But for today, we're doing Backpack Battles. Double box, turn 1. What did we have? Double box. We had 2 gem boxes early. Is amazing. Agreed. Cool. This is the first. This is a first to see weaponless build. Did I do weaponless build? Kind of curious how fast the opponent dies if you have Staff of Unhealing or Battle Mage subclass. I'm surprised I did weaponless. That was a couple episodes ago. Don't really remember. With Vamp Armor, maybe I did? Weird. Normally, I have a weapon in there because if nothing else, like you're making use of stamina and it's a quick activator for something, usually. There are very few builds where I do no weapons, unless it's trying to break the game, because then I'm just trying to get numbers to go as high as possible. Alright, today, are we getting closer to getting people into gold? One of us is into gold, one of us is into diamond, and the other 4 are still silver. But they're about to enter gold. New ranked game. No, it's a gold player. I just want all of my stuff to be gold. Really, I want all my stuff to be diamond. Alright. Thoughts. Gloves of Haste can be really good, especially if I found Wolverine gloves early. Are they good on this character? I think this sword is good enough. In part because it can do poison. I think the red gem is pretty good early. Pig is decent. Oh, do I just make this? I might. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Stone. 1 stone. With the smallest chance to crit. 2.2 seconds versus 2.5, so we should have a 2% chance for this stone to crit. In theory, this could do 8 damage. In practice, it's probably going to miss. But it will get plus 5% accuracy. Slow it down. Stone. Moment of truth. Bam. And it missed. To no one's surprise. Good try, stone. Poison, we have 4 poison, but poison's so slow. Slow motion, super cinematic, victory. Ooh, no, it's a loss. We almost had it. They honked once, but they have 2 swords. They have this. Most important, they have max HP. Alright, that's fair. Clover's slightly better because I have a pig and I have a leaf badge. Good enough for me. Could be bow, but the fact that I already have this, it kind of goes in favor of bow, it kind of goes against bow. In favor because I could speed it up. Against it because I could look for Wolverine claws, which are just better bow. Wolverine claws. Never punished. Okay, so now... Now what? That could be gloving the clover, but that doesn't really help because the clover needs to hit the weapon. Anything else to think about? That's an early box of riches. It's not good, but it's early. I have money. Should spend the money to gain some advantage. I don't know what that means. Do I win this one? No. What would I do with 4 gold? There's a lot of stuff you can buy with 4 gold. So I could plan on going Vamp, because right now I have no direction. Wolverine Claws kind of works. I could just go Dagger and try to win. Dagger and win. That appeals to me. Dagger and win. Win, win, win. How much do I care about 2 HP? Not too much, but a little bit. How much do I care? That much. What about another stone? What about regen? This does make me lean towards vampire. This makes me lean towards vampire. This also makes me lean towards vampire because of the vampire collar. So I think I am going to reserve that, which is weird because it's expensive, but I feel strong. I like it. It is very expensive, but sometimes I don't see herbs. If I get Hungry Blade, the herbs are amazing. And I'm defeated by 2 spikes and armor. Really. And a banana. But it's mostly the spikes. I guess Hero Sword did more. The dagger did 5 whole damage. Dagger for me at least did 12 damage, and it might have applied a poison. Or poison. Speeding daggers up is more useful than the +1 damage. But now I don't get to do either. Huh. Okay. So now I have to figure things out. It's not bad. If I could light the torch on fire, that would be helpful. Mushroom farm is not helpful. Slime time is heals. But it's heals that I don't really care about unless I'm going snake. If I'm going snake... Ooh, do I ever just do clover snake? Wait, then I don't need that regen. Is snake a real build? It's not, but either is any of this. Alright, snake. So, we drag that in. Ooh. Huh. Trying to think if I do anything with these gloves. It's very difficult to fit another pig. Slime time is such a good activator. This is a 1.4, this is a 1.6. Slime time is such a good activator. And another goobling. Huh. Alright, quick pause. I don't think it's any of these. I think I need space. And a goobling. Another goobling? Could be another goobling. Do I ever move the dagger just to get more heals? Yeah. Instead of trying to get crits on it, I like that. It doesn't give that many heals because it's a slow weapon, but still, it gives something. This one is not as quick as this one. What about sand? No deal. This is a lot of healing. Could use more starting HP. Huh. Start the battle. What about a broom? What about sand? No deal. So the main thing is we've already got 3 pets for Snake. So round 8, I should be very strong, but then it falls off pretty quick. We had really good heals. They almost defeated me, and then I healed back up. None of this? I passed on a glove. There is a bag of stones. It's on sale. Take it. I have a stone. There's another goobling. There's another stone. I do have luck for accuracy. They can remove armor. I don't know. They're not that good, but they're better than dagger, kind of. They are. What else? That is too many slimes. Cannot have too many slimes. Well, you can. 5 is the right number for Snake. What about wooden sword? Wooden sword with whetstone. Kind of good. Huh. Is it good enough? I don't have stamina. I'm gonna say no, but it's tempting. What about what? What about this garlic? Difficult to fit, not that strong. Start the battle. That is a ton of healing. Massive amounts of healing. Fish face. So whatever damage they do, I'm basically just going to heal it back. Even more healing. 20% increased healing. You normally do 4. Now I'm guessing they heal for 5. Is that good? Not particularly. Leather armor. No deal. Crap, what about deck of cards? Deck of cards, Snake. I could do it for dragon. I'm gonna say no. It wants space. Everything wants space. I don't have space. Laws of attack are the main thing to speed up. Could also be torch, though. That gets me less poison, but we don't care about poison. What about a coal? No deal. What about a mana orb? I have to think about that. Mana or no. What about this bow because it actually does damage? Crap. Takes up so much space, but it's so much better than a dagger. Let's think about that. It's such a pain to position. Is it better than dagger and bag of stones? No. Is it better than torch? Yes. 1.8 damage per second, 2.5, but it increases as well. Positioning, it's a little bit weird. I'm just ditching the torch. Buy this. I didn't find a way to light the torch. Crap. Bag of stones is weird. A lot of this is weird. It is a weird video game. Alright, I'm gonna put this one where? This has to be pointed at the gloves. What does that tell me? That tells me that I would like this to go like this, but I still want this to do things. And I still want the whetstone. It's not really happening. Green gem is fine. Whetstone can still go here. What am I doing with the goobling now? Very little. Pig. Do I think a dagger is better than a whetstone? Like slightly better. But I can have both. Start the battle. Could buy a coal, but it's not that good. Christian. Christian is gaining a massive amount of HP, and they have spikes. The spikes are going to mess up my day. Ooh, but they don't, and the bow does damage. The bow does significant damage. Bow and arrow. Claws of attack. Poison. Poison did a good amount. Interesting. That collar and the hungry blade. Hungry blade is no longer really what I want, but with the vamp collar, ooh, that's a full blood thorn. Not really what I want, though. Sadly. I do want the collar. Bloodthorn was what I wanted until I decided I was doing Snake. Now that I'm doing Snake, just isn't a priority. This would be a good spot for the pig. Too bad. I don't currently need stamina. Will I need it later? Probably, but maybe not. I do need lots of bags, though. Snake takes up space. We're round 6. I'm already strong. So now, I could go make the pig happy, or I could try to get you something. Nope. Go make... Oh, I could give you a dagger. Alright. This poor pig. What did this pig do to deserve to get nothing? You get nothing, pig. Start the battle. Did not reserve the bag. I don't know. You're not smashing your pigs. Interesting. You do have a lucky pig. They're going Mega Clover, I'm guessing? Must be. Kind of weird with hammer. Is it that weird? Maybe it's not. Pig is only tempting because of the luck. This is tempting because of what? Because it's on sale. It's not tempting. Take it. There was a darkness crystal. Way too early for that. This is really good on bow. Really good? Yeah, really good. Trying to think. Should I be... I think I should be speeding up this clover. I do have to decide if I'm using this. Probably am. I think that means that this bag wants to move. Not the best, not the worst. What about Happy Cat? I do ultimately want a rapier, and this works with slime time, and this works with snake, and it gives me sales. Problem is, it's full price, it doesn't fit well, and it would be hard to get it to be worth 40 right now. But in the future, I want that. We're about to add a snake, which means I probably need to remove stuff. It also means I'm going to lose a lot of my healing from the gooblings, because they're going to be positioned weird. There is Vampirus. Vampirus is on sale, and it would win the next few rounds for me. And if I could find, what's it called? The overheal item. If I could find the thing that lets me overheal, this would be amazing. Because I already heal a ton. I would heal even more. Snake. It's always snake. I mean, if I'm keeping the dagger, this is correct. Oh, I could go Blood Goobert, and I would have 5. Blood Goobert's kind of amazing. Is it? So, I can have massive amounts of luck, which means I can crit right away. Could do the crit bow. If we look at the crit bow, hold Alt. Wait, Alt. So now, crit bow. Weapon crits attack twice on the next attack. Star weapon. So you need 2 weapons to do this. Is it good? 6 to 9 damage. It's really good if you're getting crits. Oh, I want to make the blood collar, do I? I don't know if I do. It would give lots of lifesteal. It requires more vamp than I'm currently going to have. I'm really thinking about this Blood Goobert, though. I don't know how much of a pain it's going to be to fit that. Massive pain. Plus fitting the bow. Feels like that's going to be extremely tricky. I do have the Bag of Stones, which could be a quick activator. Takes up 4 space. Slime Time is a quick activator. There's also that cap. The cap is very appealing if I already have defense, which I kind of do in the form of HP. So I have to think about this snake. Snake wants all of the pets. Snake wants all of the pets. Gooblings. Alright, this is worth 250 HP. We normally have 115, so this, like, triples our HP. Craziness. Thinking for a second. So, If I'm going to do bag of stones, then I would go like this. But I don't think I'm going to do bag of stones, in part because it's massive. If I'm not going to do bag of stones, I think I would go like this and like this. And then put this right here. We've already got this. I both like the idea of the bow and I don't. The bow is slow. If I put in the flute, flute's difficult to fit. Flute is very difficult to fit. So the flute is kind of unnecessary. I don't have stamina problems, and I don't currently need the luck, except I kind of could for this. Trying to make the blood goobert. Let's do it. Slime time really wants to be sped up. I would like another quick activator. Too bad. Instant activator. Pig. Dagger is okay. So now the question is, what do I do with all this junk, and do I buy this cap because it's a massive amount of defense? The dagger doesn't actually do anything unless I make the vamp dagger. I could keep it though. I don't think I'm ever putting the stones in. There's another goobling which I don't need. There's this which I don't need. That is the one that I would like. Huh. Kind of early for that. It's fine. Kind of want this bag. If I could sell 2 stones and a dagger to get that bag, I would. I don't need the stamina. Good. I don't really need the whetstone. Oh, I could sell the whetstone, but right now it's +1 damage. Could sell the star. I already have my unique. If I sold the star, I can buy the bag. I don't like having things reserved. The main thing is, do I want to keep the dagger for the chance of getting a vamp dagger? I feel like the answer is yes, because if I saw another blood amulet, maybe I would turn this into blood. Especially if I see a second collar. Alright, we'll see. My starting luck is going to be crazy, 21 luck, which means we have 100% crit. And why would I ever make a blood dagger? Blood collar. Because then I get lifesteal. Look at my max life. They're making the blood collar. The blood collar is extremely strong in a vamp build. Alright, what about a crown? So crown could be a quick activator for the goobert. Dagger's good enough for right now. There is oil lamp. Weird. Oil lamp's kind of decent. Really looking for rapier. If I find rapier, toad is correct. If I don't find rapier, toad's also kind of correct. I mean, it's really correct if I find it. If I don't, it could go right there. So it gives you massive heals. I already have heals. This is where, if I get false life, the toad is correct. If I don't, toad might still be correct. I'm gonna buy it. It's kind of stupid. The reason it can be good is if I find rapier, this thing's crazy. If I find false life, it's crazy. See what we find. The real question is, do I take a random skill if they don't show me false life? Just for the tiny chance. Maybe. I kind of wish having this badge would mean that you would also get to see ranger skills in the shop. Kind of. There it is. False life. More stats is really good because you already get max health. So 10% more to that 250 is good, but false life is insanely good. And this gives max health. 10% max health, 20% max health. Oh, that one's just better in every way. False life is broken. Gives me a slight incentive to make the purple helmet. The slightest incentive. But maybe that's enough. I also want the lucky pig. Could do Poison Dagger because it's a quick activator. Weird. Expensive. What else am I spending the money on? The purple cap. Oh, I could do the lucky bow. But I'm not planning on keeping the bow. Am I? I don't think I am. Do I plan on keeping the dagger? I mean, it has a synergy with the snake. I'm gonna say yes. Snake is questionable. Stone. Stone. Purple. Whetstone is questionable. Start the battle. Super strong build, yet again. Spike wall's kind of fun. Big axe is super scary. Big axe scales like crazy, and I don't get to blow them up. I mainly do a bunch of healing, but they're gonna outscale me, and they have a lot of spikes. I'm in danger. I just don't do damage. That's them honking. Yeah, I really don't do damage. 7 to 8 damage. 16 to 19 damage. This one at least does a little bit. We're looking for the rapier. I have 3 hearts left. Collar. Second collar is wild. So this is when I would like the vamp collar. I spent a lot of money on that dagger, and it does not do all that much. I think False Life wants to move. Over here. So vamp item. Darkness item. Darkness item. Ooh, this wants to go over by that helmet, though. I can do that. Ideally, it would go right here. I can do that. Toad. Toad would like to go right here. Whetstone would like to go right there. That plus damage, maybe it would have done something. Collar costs 8 gold and it doesn't do anything for me. Probably just carrot. Okay, what about this stupid snowman? Snowman, you've been buffed. Like, it's a 2.4 second. Okay, never mind. That's amazing. So it does frost at first, and then it gains in power, and it cleanses a debuff. Okay, this thing is good. Okay, so now I want a coal. The real question is, do I take this, even though it's stupid, just because if I got a vamp one, it would go crazy? I think the answer is no, especially now that I do want to build the snowman. Wait, are you a pet? You are a pet. So I could start replacing these gooberts too, or gooblings. The hardest decision, do you take a toad? Because if I found a rapier, it breaks the game. The easiest answer is no. No, I do not. Why do I want a toad? I don't even really want this toad that much. Poison is good, kind of, because we have snake and we have dagger. All right. The luck is unnecessary, unless I find the rapier or another pig, but mostly it's just unnecessary. All right, I'm gonna put you back. Carrot. Let me think about this for a second. So the crit chance doesn't actually do anything, but the carrot does do something. So if I put, you have to be in the middle though. Why? Why is it like this? Okay, if I put this here, think about this for a second. Then this can come up here, this can go up here, this can go here. False Life is still happy. This bag is missing one, but that's okay. We're pretty much there. We're making the snowman. We're doing it! And I would make a second one, I think. Could go giant sword. Ooh, giant vamp sword? No. I do need damage, though. Actually, and I'm gonna have Empower, I should have considered giant sword. It was on sale. I could have done that until I find rapier. But I have Empower now. Hey, achievement unlocked. Nobody cares. Alright, the thing to think about right now is gloves are decent with the bow because the bow is super slow. Bow is super slow. This can come back down here. Gloves are decent. It'd be better if they were hitting oh, they can. Okay. And you're a pet. And you're a pet. God, I have a lot of pets. Could move this goobling somewhere else. Could move this goobling somewhere else. Ideally, it would go next to this pair of gloves. This one's actually quick, though, but it's being sped up by that. Oh, you can go like that. Okay. I was thinking about moving the Snowmaster, but speeding it up seems good. I went from not liking this item to deciding that that is the one that I want to be speeding up. Leather boots. Wait, is it a quicker activator than this? No, 2.2 versus 2.4. 2.4. Empower luck armor. I'm going to say no. 6 cost, I'm going to say no. Is there anything I need to take out when I roll? Nope. In theory, I could get this whetstone to hit both items. Not really. Oh, and you can crit with this. And I can crit with this. That would have been a reason to take the second collar. That's the 4th clover I've seen. Huh. Could get the crit bow, but I'm really not trying to do that. Could take prismatic, but that's not the plan. The plan is rapier. Lightsaber's pretty crappy. Kind of good. I don't know. Better than claws of attack. Significantly better than claws of attack. 4 to 5 damage. 8 to 12 damage. 1.6 second. 1.5 second. Alright. Do it. And we have debuffs. If I made the dark version actually works well with debuffs. It mostly wants blind, though, I think. Let's look at it. This one. Plus 0.5 damage for each debuff. That would be good. I mean, I would definitely take it. Especially with the snowman. Okay. And we're going to try to get 2 Snowmasters. To do that, I need a carrot and a coal. 621 HP. 629. Destroying the enemy. Hate to see it. It's okay, we have lots of rerolls. Oh, I could do katana. Katana is just better than bow. It takes up less space. It's kind of a pain to fit. Is katana just better than bow? It would take a combined turn. I'm going to buy it, but I don't plan on putting it in unless I see something that changes my mind. Cat. You're a legendary. Main question with cat is how difficult is it? Ideally, I would get this to hit the cat. How difficult is it to get you to be worth 40? The answer is kind of difficult. 21, 30. All right. But this doesn't set me up well for the pig. Pig wants to go like this. Okay, wait, it almost sets me up well. I don't want to rearrange the bag. I'm just going to put it on the cap for right now. What about another pig? Kind of weird. Goobling does not do much, but it could. Lightsaber goobling. Could move the Snowmaster up to here because it would activate 2 gooblings. I think I'm good. Start of battle, or getting something. This bag is not set up well. There, that's what I'm trying to say. And this pig is screwed up because of it. I should fix it, but I'm lazy. Ender Wiggin would tell me not to be lazy. We're in gold. Why can't I be lazy? Problem is, I'm going to want to rearrange it again as soon as I find anything that changes all of this, which is going to happen very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, this one needed to go here. This can go here. This can go here. Now, Hubert would like to crit, but it can't. Wait, did that just screw up everything? We're gonna figure it out. So this one. Ideally, this bag would be better. I do care about the poison. I don't care about the poison that much. Do I? Do I care about speeding up lightsaber? This one really benefits from speeding up. Lightsaber somewhat benefits from speeding up. The big question is, do I turn this bag vertical? And I think the answer is no. I don't think it gives enough benefit. I'm getting the benefits that I needed, which was for this to hit the cat. Cat goes here. And to hit this helmet. So now I get crit resist. We have anti-max HP. This one is really good. All of this is good. I do want that coal. I do want that pig. Do I ever get rid of the whetstone? I think the pig is worth more, potentially, than the whetstone. Why do I think that? Don't know. Start the battle. This could be worth something. Too bad. So I have a lot of healing. They are scary. Struggles still scares me, even though it's been nerfed. Mrs. Struggles has been nerfed, but they have 3 of them. Look at my buffs just disappear. We win. I had a ton of luck. But Mrs. Struggles is super scary. Alright. From here. Toad doesn't do anything unless I find the item. Find the rapier. What about double lightsaber for no reason? What am I doing? This collar's supposed to be right there. What am I doing? Why am I like this? So second collar. Just to make it into a blood collar. And it makes it so that you can crit. I don't know. I'm going to say it's good enough, but it's questionable. Shield is actually going in. I could make a snow shield. Do you want to make a snow shield? Yes, I want to make a snow shield. Why wouldn't I want to make a snow shield? Because I bought this coal. Too bad. Start the battle. What about a crown? Sparange. Sadly for you, Magic Dragon falls off, and it doesn't scale, so it doesn't do well against massive amounts of HP. It's good at blowing up people with like 150 HP. And that's about it. There it is. Do I ever keep lightsaber? Nope. Do I keep bow? For right now. Do I buy another pig? Weird thing is, do I buy a blueberry for 1? Maybe? So this toad really wants to see the sword now. And it can from right here. What if I just do 3 gooblings in a row? The gooblings don't matter too much. Ideally, this would see the sword and the snake, but this is fine. Items use buffs, and it gives you luck. This one uses buffs. Blueberry. Blueberry generates buffs. It was on sale. Pig is weird. Glove's pretty good. The blueberry was for the toad, but I don't really need the blueberry. I do want the glove. So I have a glove on each of these. Seems fine. Win the game. God, I have a shield. I have this. I'm going to be putting frost on them. I'm putting poison on them. Darksaber could have been good. I should be speeding up. Oh, I can move the Snowmaster. Why? Because I can? Definitely could. But that might make... No, the pig's still happy. Snowmaster, if you come up here now, this goobling could do whatever it wants. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Huh. For right now, you go right there. Cat. Second happy cat? All right, to get a second happy cat would be tricky. Is it all that tricky? Kind of tricky. All right, let's figure this out. Second happy cat. So this one is only off by a little bit. This cap would do it. 2 happy cats is amazing. This isn't even good, but, you know. Not good. But it feels bad getting rid of it. Too bad. Full space. So this is 1.4 second. Oh, I should be speeding that up so much more than I currently am. Oh, don't be lazy. I want to be lazy so much. I have 3 speed bags. All right, we hit Control 2. I pause the video, and I come back once I've fixed this. Back in a sec. It's actually crazy how strong this build is right now. So we have tons of HP right at the start. We have tons of damage reduction, even more. We have tons of crit resist. We reduce some of their healing, and we reduce some of their buff gain. We frost them pretty quick. We have a scaling rapier that can crit. And I have a frost shield. Like, this is just both defensive, very defensive, with a little bit of offense. The little bit of offense is enough. One good thing would be if I could remove their buffs somehow. I have like 800 HP when they're dead. Alright. And Vamp is the correct answer. So, right now, I don't have that much starting Vamp is the only problem. But this would give me a way to crit and a lifesteal even once I don't have luck. Main thing is it can lifesteal. I think I make this, and then we just look for one more Vamp. One more Vamp. There is stamina. I don't really need stamina. There's spikes. I don't need spikes. There's goobling. I don't need goobling. But I'll take it. Ooh, there's Vamp. Really expensive. Is it good? No, it's not good. Do I want it? Yeah, I want it. Good enough for me. So in theory, that can hit 2 Vamp items. If it hits 2 Vamp items, that could be 2 starting Vamp. I get 2 from you, right? No, I get 3. So I could have 5 Vamp. And most importantly, it would allow me to lifesteal using the luck. But I use up the luck. Ah, that was a little... Oh, right, it doesn't consume this, so I already have 5 Vamp. Do I put this one right here? That's weird. Huh. I want this to be able to crit. I think I leave it as is, but this one is going to be a little bit tricky. That hits 2 Vamp items. Ideally, I would like to hit 3. Too bad. 2 Vamp for 14 gold. Was that a good deal? This is the last round. This is a darkness item. It does give a random buff and cleanses a debuff, and it's friends with false life. Huh. And it's on sale. False life. False life is slow. This is also friends with false life, and this can punch through. And it causes more lifesteal than the red probably does, because I get lifesteal off of luck, and this does extra damage if they're low on health. The main thing is, a lot of enemies become kind of strong, mainly Berserker, when they're low on health. Sometimes you're like just trying to punch through, and this can make the difference. Do I want 8 armor, resist 1 debuff, or get a random buff? I'm gonna get a random. What about you? I wanted that darkness. I think this is good. I want you to have 1 more start of battle, but why? For 2 HP. How much difference do I think that makes? Very little. Start the battle. I feel good about this. Starting Vamp, 7. Crit chance. Not that high. Crit chance. Not that high. Because I use up the luck, but I have the Vamp too. Weird. Crit chance, 38%. %4 crit hit chance. Let me think about this. What is 4 times 7? 28%. You're only at 38. Oh, because I only have 2 luck. Yeah, I guess that makes perfect sense. Huh. I needed more Vamp and a second one of these collars. I should have done that, because I do eat the luck. Second collar. I didn't really have enough time. Something to think about. But overall, that went well. We were up against a Shelly with 4 potions, one of which was a super rainbow potion, and a cupcake staff. Climbing in gold, getting closer to platinum. Out of 10, how does this do? 9 out of 10? 10 out of 10. Turtle. Turtle with shields is kind of a problem for me. 9 out of 10. I'm already in danger. They're taking all of my buffs. So, 0 wins, 1 loss. Remove a random buff from your opponent. Super speed and battle rage. They go even faster. The super speed and battle rage on this staff is kind of wild. Because then they get to speed up all of these. This one's good to speed. This one's good to speed. Also, it just has a large number of stars. Turtle is good to speed. But it would be better for me with the more max HP. Alright, 1 loss. I should win this, but that's super scary. Badger Rune, Villain Sword. And tons of Vamp, so they're actually healing a massive amount. If they get more Empower, which they are, okay, never mind. Did not kill them quick enough. Am I in danger? Yeah, I'm in danger. Rapier's scaling, though. They had crit runes. They have elephant runes in their Vamp daggers, and they have this is such a strong build. They have another Badger. What does this one do? Items use less stamina. I guess that's good. Huh. Because they don't have stamina potions. They only have the 1 banana. Yeah, that is actually good. Huh. Alright. 1 win, 1 loss. I'm surprised I won that one, actually. Those elephant runes, with all those Vamp daggers, kind of crazy. This I should win. They're scaling, but it's too slow. 2 wins, 1 loss. 3 wins, 1 loss. Hawk runes, though, so they get big crits, but how do you crit? Just with the Hawk runes? Not enough. They do have Crown, though. Crown messes up my day. I don't think it's enough. Maybe if these Badger runes were in here. But it's weird having Crown plus Battle Rage. Because you have reduced damage taken, but then you also have invulnerability. Feels like the two conflict a little bit. 3 wins. Ooh, a bunch of potions with a Shelly, but it's not super happy. It's missing 1 star. 3 wins, 1 loss. 4 wins, 1 loss. They do have crits on this sword. How much heat? They do eat spikes, and I have a pineapple to feed them. They also have heavy drinking. 4 wins, 1 loss. Time Dilator. This one's scary. They're gonna put a ton of debuffs on me. They have Snow Stick. This one is scary. They have reduced damage, but what do? They remove my buffs, and they slow me down. That's it. They just slow you to a crawl. I don't know if that's enough against Rapier, but it might be. What is your cooldown? 1.32. Might be enough. They are gaining damage. This one's a tough call for me. I think the Frost beats me. They still have strong demonic. I am down to 1 vamp. I just crit. Was not enough. Alright, so was that 4 wins, 2 losses? I think so. Already worse than I was hoping for. Should win this easily. 4 wins, 2 losses. I don't see a crown or anything. I do see the shield. Could have removed this bow. I should have removed that bow. That's 5 space. 5 wins, 2 losses. Remove the bow. Peanut. Peanut. This whip goes really well with this Mrs. Struggles, but it's not enough. Was that 5 or 6 wins? 6 wins, 2 losses. Little bit scary, but not really. It's a lot of buff negation, and it's a lot of damage reduction. They were starting to do damage with this cupcake staff at the end. 6 wins, 2 losses. I might have counted that twice. This is super scary. What is this? With stoned. Do they have empower? Holy... If they had an armor amulet, I would be so afraid right now. But they don't. So how do you gain empower? That's almost such a cool build. That's almost so cool. 7 wins, 2 losses. The final battle. Can Snowmaster do it? Snowmaster, I believe. Spikes, spikes, spikes. Stamina potions, and they're dead. At one point, this might have been a strong build. Like long ago. Crit chance, 27%. Crit chance, 27%. 5 luck. No crit collar is a little bit rough. They do have spikes. This one uses spikes to deal +9 damage. I don't know. I mean, they get to speed these two up, which is kind of cool. This one kind of wants to be like a solo item, so it's a little bit weird to build these, even though they synergize a bit with the spikes. I guess it helps them drink the stamina. Also, really weird having the shell totem. Kind of get the carrots. Shell totem is just a worse carrot at this point. It heals a small amount, but mostly it drinks stamina. Again, it does activate these, but I'd rather have like any other way of drinking the stamina than this. Interesting. Heart containers are cool. I don't know if there's a way to salvage this. Wait, what is their class item? Wait. You can't, on Ranger, skip class item. Adventurer, maybe. Ranger? You either need Mega Clover, or you need Arrow, or you need... Even just Ivy would work with spikes. This could be an Ivy build. It wouldn't be good, but it would put poison and then I would take more damage. It would do things. Not really, but it would try. Weird. All right. All right. We're getting closer to ranking up, but it's taken forever. We'll get there. For now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.